Wow, 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 wow. It's me.
Sony コンピュータエンターテインメントイエーイエンジンスタートシートベルトをしっかり締めてノーティードッグじゃじゃーん
Bum, bum, bum. The sewer will be conquered. This, I swear, is going to happen. You know, as soon as I don't miss mini turbos. Invisible spring! Man, it does not take long for me to hit that. I don't keep reserves here. I didn't even hit the ramp correctly. Whoa, hey, why am I missing these mini turbos? Ooh, went up a little too high. That's a really strong Luca. That was like gonna be a solid attempt, but wasn't gonna be anywhere good enough. You saw how far behind I was to the Ghost. Yeah, taking that turn wide is never good. I haven't even hit Goldie once yet. Hello. I can't be missing that mini turbo. Why am I chasing 139? Because I can. I know it's possible. I want to beat Kojiro's world record. And I want to do it convincingly. I stop. Every time. There's just like so many things that can go wrong in sewer. Ah, the invisible spring. The SL was good. I beat the God standard with my PB, yes. And I've also tied the lap standard on a lap 2. Yeah, that's perfectly fair. Speedrunning is got its own appeal. Full game runs are definitely like something that I enjoy doing enough that I still don't want to keep doing them. But time trials are a really good way of measuring my progress on individual tracks. Plus, feeling that level of track mastery you can only really get in a time trial environment. It's a lot for me. I know it's a different skill set entirely to be bringing to finish out a speed run compared to a time trial. But time trials kind of help you prepare for the speed run since all of the tracks are segmented anyway. $49 low gravity? Yeah, I'd love to see that. I don't think I'm ever going to do 101% personally. The idea of having to do every track upwards of like 5 times does not sound appealing to me. As fun as it might be to like learn how to route crystal challenges and relic races and whatnot, I just don't want to do it. I'll put my turning there, Jesus. Yeah, I'm always pushing the skipless propaganda, so that's my bias, but, you know, if you're happy with your time, you're happy with your time. Maybe. I'm shooting for the stars on skipless too. There's like a ton that I can still improve in that PB of mine. But I've decided that this world record is far more important. Right now. One thing that really sucks, though, about this particular grind, and you might already know this, there's no surviving video of the world record right now. Some time ago, Kojiro deleted his YouTube channel. So, his acceleration world record on sewer does not have video. My PB, my 145, my 141.45 is the fastest acceleration time with video. And it obviously has improvement in it. But I wouldn't be satisfied walking away from it having that be even, like, the second place time with video. It is what it is. Like, people saw the video. We all know that he did it. And some of his world records do have surviving video. Dude absolutely had the talent to do this. I just wish that I saw how exactly he did it. Because it was on NTSC. Low 140 on NTSC with Coco. The main thing that I'm really thinking of is really just, he must have hit Claudie at least once. Possibly twice. Which would be astronomically unlikely for NTSC. But I don't think anyone even remembers this world record because it's an alt category. You know what? I want to take a moment. I want to investigate something.
Start your engines for a Sony Computer Entertainment year of production. Fasten your seatbelts for another Naughty Dog creation.
I want to see just if what I'm doing translates to PAL, like, as much, like, at all. Well, the invisible spring is still there. God, I hate this frame rate. So, Galaxian taught me about Coldy, the alternative means of approaching Lottie that has yielded more consistent results on NTSC. But it's still fucking hard. So I'm trying to see... like, hey, is this possible on PAL? Does this approach also work on PAL? If nothing else, I want footage of Coldy being done on PAL, too. I know Claudia is much easier. On PAL. For some reason. I don't really understand why. Also, the lower jump is going to throw off my timing for literally everything. Lol Lamau PAL video standard. Pinball! I went up too high. That was actually really promising, that edge SG. Yes. The answer is yes. This approach works for Coldy. All right, next step, get a completed lap. So I think overall, I think this confirms that yes, NTSC absolutely can try to keep up with Coldy, and it's much easier than trying to get Claudie. But Pal's probably still going to have an edge just because of, like, the fact that I think, like, just getting speed in this section is much easier with Pal's physics. That was such a bad barrel. Now, I am a stubborn bitch. Like, that has just always been a thing with me. But I'm not above, like, using PAL where it's clearly advantageous. Thing is, I need a lot of reps to see if it really is. not being super exacting on the time. I would throw this run away if I was playing this on NTSC. But I need more reps. Because, like, as I understand things, trade-off that you have with PAL, you get much stronger speed ghosts, on average. But it's harder to maintain with the Froggy, because of the weird jump height. And you have to deal with all this frame rate bullshit. And I really hate PAL's frame rate. It's consistent, but it's also choppy as hell, and I don't like that. But, like, otherwise, the approach to the track is pretty much identical. As I suspected, though, hitting Claudia or Coldy is just much easier on PAL. And I just can't explain why. All the same hazards are there. Luca SG is going to be much harder, though. That was a strange ramp jump. Ah, that Luca wasn't very good.
Think you're fast, eh?
Damn it.
Let's see if you can beat my fastest
That lap
time
3
on
was gonna
this
be
track.
insane, but I fucked up Luca. Both lap 2 and 3. My god, it is so much easier. It is so much easier to get a speed boost there. I'm not even doing that much significantly different. Fuck. That lap 3 had a potential. Yeah, I'm gonna mess up Luca more often as a result of being on PAL. It's just how it is. See, normally I would be someone who would be coming to NTSC's defense in terms of viability for a lot of tracks, honestly. It's a version of the game that just feels nicer to play, but the fact of the matter is, Sewer is a track where everything that matters is a speed ghost. The stronger speed ghosts on PAL just make up too much of a difference. Hello, Fur. Welcome to today's sewer world record grind. I have switched to the PAL version of the game because I was curious to see if the strategy I was going for was more consistent on PAL, and lo and behold, it super is. Am I a rat or a tunnel snake because I'm living in the sewer? Neither. I'm actually a mutated sewer alligator. Good morning. It is Flat Fuck Sunday. But yeah, y'all should keep watching because, you know, literally any one of these runs could be it. I have all of the pieces in order to actually get this world record. It's just a matter of actually executing on it. I know I can do it. Okay, the barrel was not going to cooperate that run anyway. Or have you been here for any of my other sewer grinds? Do you know just how many things can potentially go wrong in sewer? Because it's a lot. As I am demonstrating, I fail a lot. Yeah, the barrel is actually extremely uncooperative there. Well, let me tell you something. Here's what can go wrong right now in a given lap. I could fail to froggy this to get a good enough propulsion. I could miss this jump. I could not get a speed ghost there. I could miss that jump. I could miss this lip, or hit the invisible spring. I could fuck that up, hit the barrel. I could miss this. I could hit that barrel. I could miss that SG. Or I can miss this SG, or hit the wall there. And I can fail the Froggy. Along with one more ramp that I still have to Froggy up. I have to do all of that perfectly. 3 laps in a row. Yes, the invisible spring. That is what I am calling a phenomenon with the physics engine, where if I land on the lip of that particular platform in a very weird way that also happens to be close to optimal, what ends up happening is it launches me up and to the right into the wall. Hence, invisible spring. You might see it, because I'm in danger of hitting it on literally every lap. Oh yeah, I could get randomly stopped there too, I forgot. Did you know this game was made in 9 months? Because it super fucking was. Hey, turret. Look, I don't have a clue how video game physics are supposed to work in 3D gaming. So who knows? That conjecture could be right, or it just could be the surfaces are aligned in a very weird way that when you hit it at that angle, makes a funny thing happen. Fun fact, if you hit the invisible spring in a drift, sometimes it also just instantly spins you out, too. Anyway, we're gonna be taking a break soon. After this attempt, we're gonna be taking a break. In my never-ending quest to defeat the menace that is pre-roll ads, we are taking regular ad breaks, which also is helpful for my hand health, because this game fucking hurts sometimes. You see how much I'm mashing the R1 button at any given time. It's kind of absurd. Oh, there's the stop. All right. We will be back in a bit. See you later. Alright, let's get back to it. Ain't no way. Oh, god damn it. I love Mednafen. I love when I have to relaunch the entire fucking emulator because my controller disconnected for a split second. God, I seriously wish that I was able to time trial on Duck Station, but nope, we're not allowed. I have to use this archaic piece of shit.
Start your engines for a Sony Computer Entertainment year of production. Fasten your seatbelts for another Naughty Dog creation.
This is Splatfest coming up, and I'm just sitting here like, I haven't even given myself the option of participating for once. It was a Splatfest that I was like, I don't know which one I would want anyway. Because, like, I like all three flavors of chocolate, no matter what. Like, for different reasons. They'll have their different uses. Like, I don't care about Splatfest results already. Splatoon 3 has been fun, but it definitely... The problem that it's had is definitely worn on me a lot faster than Splatoon did. Splatoon 2 did. Also, like, I've explained in the PSL Discord server, like, why it was a fucking mental travesty for me. Like... You're gonna make me look up how much hours I put into Splatoon 3, too. It's a lot. If you combine that with Splatoon 2, like, I have played a scary amount of Splatoon on Switch. Though, to be honest, at the rate I'm going, I'm probably going to end up putting a similar amount of time into CTR. I love this game, and I want to prove that I am one of the best in the world at it. That is why I am trying so hard to hit this goal. I want to prove that, at least in some regard, I am someone who is very good at this video game. I love it, I'm having fun, and I want to show that, like, yes, I am really actually capable of some really great things when I put my mind to it. The fact that I have the second place time at all is, like, already proof of that. By the way, y'all may or may not be wondering, hey, why don't you have your 3D model on? I didn't really address that. I think after experimenting with it, I've decided 3D VTubing's not for me. So, I have commissioned an artist for a new set of PNG avatars. And, I am going to make myself another temporary one with Pick Crew. Not the one that I was using before. Because the one I was using before wasn't really an accurate representation of my character. I mean, don't get me wrong, the process of making my model was fun. The novelty of it was cute. I think ultimately, the fact that PNG just doesn't have, like, the camera requirement is actually pretty big for me. And while VNyan is definitely powerful software, I just never wanted to put in the effort to fuck around with it compared to how simple messing around with PNG avatars is. I get to look cute, and I get to have, and I don't have to worry about, like, my body language all that much. Having a model is cool and all, but it requires so much more effort to pilot the dang thing while also playing a video game. Yes, 100%. I think if you're a speedrunner especially, it's just way more viable to have a PNG avatar. Stop messing up the froggy! Yeah, that's completely fair. Need an entire setup for streaming. Like, unless you want to specifically be a webcam kind of streamer, but if you want to stream video games, like, you kind of just need a setup for that. God, I really want to have a VR headset literally just for VR chat. Playing that on desktop is like, it feels hollow. It doesn't have the same kind of experience, but I'm going to be needing VR chat in the future because, eventually one of my partners is going to move to Wales, and unfortunately that means that I'm going to have to give up seeing them in person as often. And VR chat is going to be a good way of being a substitute for that. Like, we can still hang out, but, like, it'll be in a way where I wouldn't be able to do as much as they would, because they already have a VR headset for VR chat. Among other things. Yeah, like... when you're able to make your model do more than just the default stuff that most models come baked in with, you're actually able to have that range of human expression and everything. It's something else entirely. Even just having interacted with one person who had it, while the rest of us didn't. And it's gonna be especially important when it's like, yeah, like, I want to have those kind of more meaningful interactions with the person I love, you know? Also, turret, yeah, like... if your character doesn't have a visible mouth, that's fine. They have eyes or visible hands, like, that does well more than enough in expressing emotion. Eyes and hands are way more expressive than mouths. You convey your emotions a lot stronger through that body language than you do with whether or not you're smiling. It's not even me bullshitting, that's just fact. This is actually part of the reason why 3D is also probably not the correct option for me, because hand tracking solutions with what I've got right now are not particularly good. You don't have that wide range of expression either from that model. You get the face, but like, I need to set up a whole bunch of different expressions for reading my face. For my purposes, it's more trouble than it's worth. I'm gonna put myself on blast for a second here, actually. Like, you know how, like, if you've ever known someone who is, like, extremely Italian, like me, you'll notice that, like, not just in their tone of voice, but, like, also in their hand movement, just how expressive they tend to be. We talk with our hands. It is a stereotype that is 100% true. Like, because of that, some people can find dealing with someone who is, like that 100% of the time to be pretty overwhelming. And I get that. My partners make fun of me for it a bunch.
Hang on.
Obviously all in good fun. I don't have any want for full body tracking. I really just... I just need head and eye tracking. That's all I would ever need for VR, so I can afford to just go for a cheapo thing. Like, I'm probably when I'm in the mood for when I'm in the market for a VR headset of some sort, I'm probably going to go onto eBay and find something used if I can. Like an older generation thing that just works fine for VR chat. That's all I would ever need. No! I took the corner too tight. There's a little bit of wall that just sticks out there. I gained a little bit from a successful Goldie there, and then immediately lost it because I fucked up the Luca SG. God, I had to have put in at least 10 hours of grinding since getting this PB. Missed the mini turbo. Somewhere that I've actually have been active lately, by the way, now that PSL is on hiatus, Proton Smash Pit. I've been really getting back into Smash Ultimate in a major way. I think something that I've kind of realized is that, at least as I am right now, competitive team-based games are just not for me. But something like a one-on-one fighter, that's 100% something that I really enjoy. Mario Kart's a little bit more of a casual thing for me. Well, actually, I do need to get back to the person who ran that Mario. I joined a community Mario Kart tournament in one of my split servers, and I got 3rd place, which earned me some free art, and I haven't gotten back to the artist as to what I want yet. Now, you might be able to tell just from how good I am at CTR, but I'm also very good at Mario Kart. Not nearly as good. Trust me, the way people play MK8 Deluxe is, like, well above my pay grade. I don't have the numbers to prove it, but, like, in terms of, like, say, MK8's VR ratings, I would probably be somewhere in the 10,000s. I think that's where my skill level is. Good, but not good enough to hang with the best. That was some major air. You know, I'll be perfectly honest, with how many different Proton whatever leagues have been, I'm surprised that we haven't done a Mario Kart one. Oh, fuck, we had a Rocket League one. No, it was 150cc. Most people just play 150cc. 200 is kind of a meme. Well, it's not a meme, but it, like... It's not, like, fully a meme, but, like... It removes all the comeback potential that you expect out of Mario Kart. The turning was simple. It was a free-for-all where, It was a free-for-all, 12 races, 150cc. Yeah, Rocket League has kind of come to the... It kind of got to the point where, like, there was a break point in skill level for Rocket League. And if you're not at the base minimum required skill level, the game is basically unplayable. I have, like, no reserves. That was a really good SG, but the fact that I hit the wall sucked. A Pokken tournament sort of server wouldn't be a terrible idea, but yeah, Pokken is, like, super niche now. Game's been dead forever. And I wish it wasn't, because it's honestly a really cool game. For the record, I would be a Gardevoir main with Weavile secondary if I was playing Pokken. Weavile is who I mained in the original game, and in DX I switched to Gardevoir. I thought I was missing that shortcut. I wasn't very good. I honestly mostly played the single player. mean breaks in? Yeah, fair. I really hope that there's a proper follow-up to Pokken at some point. Because a Pokemon fighting game that played like that is, like, really cool and unique, and it didn't deserve to get shafted like that. Game has a spectator mode, but half the time it doesn't work. Oh, yeah, that's rough. I think that's also logistically a problem for Mario Kart. I don't think we actually have a good way of having spectator slots. So streaming a tournament lobby is difficult. Obviously, Nintendo has a means of doing it, but that's because they're Nintendo. I have no idea if any grassroots tournaments are able to actually even use a spectator mode in MK8. This is like the big problem that Nintendo has with its online games. They're always like 2 generations behind in terms of functionality. And I mean both casually and competitively. The fact that Splatoon doesn't have the level of customization that it should for private battles that don't affect anything is stupid. The fact that Smash and Mario Kart don't really have good spectator options is stupid. The way matchmaking works in both games is very bad. Because it lumps in casuals with competitive players. And there's no real differentiation between skill. You just kind of, everyone's just in the same pool. It's not good. Also, yeah, I guess we're just doing attempts on Pal now. Speaking of Smash, though, currently there are 2 characters that I'm focusing on, one a little more than the other. I think I can call myself a Inkling main with a Zelda secondary. I think that's the best way to describe it. I don't know, that was a good Luca. Yeah. That was a really, really good Coley, but then I fucked up the second pipe. Corrin. Yeah, I tried getting into Corrin, but Corrin didn't click with me. They have a lot of really cool stuff. And I think I would stick with them, but like... Yo, that back air is just so weird, and I don't really like the way that their smash attacks work. Also, I've just never really been good with utilizing any characters with counters. For me specifically, it feels like I'm playing down a move. I know there's a ton of characters out there that just don't have very good moves that you want to avoid using. Like, Inkling has its up tilt. You don't really want to use up tilt with Inkling that much. It's not that good. Zelda also typically wants to avoid using a couple moves in situations. Like, they all have their uses, but like, the use case for something like down tilt or down smash is much more limited compared to most of their other moves. Damn, I got squished and I got stopped. Pac-Man and Game & Watch? Oh, the weirdos. God, I call them that because they just fight so differently compared to a lot of the rest of the cast. Yeah, lost too much on Luca. I mean, to be fair, Game & Watch in particular is quite good. Up B out of shield, go Burr. Oh, man. Ah, the barrel wasn't going to cooperate anyway. Like, I get the speed goes, but then I lose my reserves. It's a precarious type. Oh, why did it midair? I didn't want to midair. That was fine. That was a really weird drift. Nice rail grind. I don't know when it's gonna be, by the way, but I plan on supplementing these speedrun streams with some playthroughs as well at some point. Because, like, I love streaming. It's been a lot of fun for me. But I also want to diversify my content a little bit. I hit the wall, but I'm retaining more speed than I did in my PB. And then that happened. Ah, God. Alright. Good night, Fur. Take care. Ow. Ah, get him flashbanged by that fucking ghost. I have no problem with the ghost being there. I just wish the fire particles didn't exist. Genuinely causes a lot of headache when you're trying to race your ghost. No! That run wasn't going to world record, but it was going to PB on PAL at least. If I didn't get railed into the goddamn wall. Because this game's physics work. Reserves are not very good right now. Sonic All-Stars on Wii U. Sonic All-Stars Racing is like actually really good. Transform specifically, but I think the original is also fine. Also, yes, technically Crash did do anti-gravity before Mario Kart did. That was Nitro Kart. But also, Nitro Kart's implementation of it wasn't exactly great. Nitro Kart's still a good game, it's just kind of objectively worse than CTR in most metrics. It has less content, for one. This game has more tracks than Nitro Kart, and the themes aren't as varied. While it's still a plenty fun game with its own quirks, like, Nitro Kart's just not as good. Really neat speed game, though. Check out an unrestricted Nitro Kart speedrun sometime. It is wild. Team Sonic Racing was another one of those games where I desperately wish it got post-launch support of any kind, because it would have been really neat. But unfortunately, Sega decided not to support it at all. So Sumo just had to move on. No post-launch support whatsoever, a character roster that was kind of really underwhelming compared to any of the other Sonic racing games. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Like, really cool mechanics and whatnot, but, like, it just wasn't it. Phenomenal soundtrack, though. Team Sonic Racing is, like, probably my favorite soundtrack out of all the Sonic Racing games. I'm super normal about the remix of Cool Edge that was mixed with Reach for the Stars. It has probably the best version of Rooftop Run, and a lot of the original tracks are really good too. I especially love the Sendopolis Zone remix. Alright, this run's dead, but I'm going to try and get one more practice for Goldie. It's about time for a break.
I can't believe you
Barely a
beat my time on
PB.
this
That's
track.
stupid.
Now
Alright,
you'll
whatever.
face Oxide's
See
best
y'all in a
time,
bit.
and I doubt you can beat that.
Alright, back at it again. Let's go. This is likely going to be the final segment of the stream, because this game is brutal on the hands, as we all know. 2 to 3 hours of attempts is basically all I could ever afford. Also, no, I didn't save that ghost because this ghost is just by and large worse than the original one. It just pulled ahead at the very end. No, the lap 3 barrel. That might have been actually a really good lap. Like, I'm gunning for a course time, but like, hey, if I manage to move up a spot on the lap leaderboard, that'd be nice. Oh, if I didn't lose fire, if I didn't lose my reserves, that lap was gonna be so good. Jesus fuck. And then it wasn't. I thought I was gonna bonk there. I love Scarlet Weather Rhapsody. Oh my god, if I just... I get the SGs and I lose my reserves. And that fucks me up for Luca. You're good, turret. I don't think it's arguable that, like, Nitro Fuel decided to have live service trappings without really being one. It got a decent amount of post-launch support at first, but then once the tracks dried up and the new characters, like, that's just it. The game was left in a very broken state. Like, the optimization for the game is terrible, no matter what platform you're playing on. It's really grindy to unlock everything, even though, like, online is practically dead. And racing online isn't even that satisfying because there's a whole lot of problems with it. It sucks because Nitro Fuel, while absolutely very different from CTR, despite having all of the same tracks, has a lot going for it. The balance of its physics and its ways of going fast is actually really cool and interesting, and I would love to learn it. But it's not worth dealing with the fact that the game just feels more inconsistent. The initial loads are terrible. There's a whole lot of stuff getting in the way of visual clarity, too, because of the fact that, like, the game is, like, too pretty. A complaint that I have about a lot of modern games, actually. A proper Crash and Spyro crossover would be neat, but that particular project, is dead. The video that talked about it confirmed as much. That project is dead. It is not happening. A different project that still does that could potentially happen, but we're not getting that Crash 5. Too many effects on the cards, yeah. Oh yeah, Enter the Dragonfly is such an unfortunate tale. There's a documentary out there that shows up that like tells the history of how Enter the Dragonfly happened. It's really sad, actually. For a couple of reasons. In multiple senses of the word, is it sad? I honestly feel as if a lot of the ideas present in Enter the Dragonfly aren't necessarily bad. The idea of having multiple different elemental breath abilities is actually really cool, and I'm glad other Spyro games after it decided to take note. But the sheer amount of reused assets and ideas definitely brings the game down. It is just a worse version of Enter the Dragon. Year of the Dragon, rather. The fact that it was a broken, buggy mess really just kind of, well, the final version of the game was rushed out the door. That's what's going to happen. It's another one of those games where I feel like, if given another year or two of proper polish, probably another 2, honestly, with the state it was in, it could have been something special. I look at it the same way I look at Sonic 06. It's a game that was going to be good if it was given the amount of attention that it needed. The sad thing is that I think that, like, of the two, Crash has definitely been better off in the long run. Once again, we get an SG, but then the Mao. Go away. Yeah, that is true. But Spyro was like... But Crash never really expressed too much in the way of movement options. Like, even in Crash 4, if you look at Crash's moveset, it's about as limited as Spyro. You have a jump, you have a spin, and you have a slide. And from that slide, you can do a slide jump. It is very nearly identical to Spyro's moveset. It's just that Crash was geared for linear platforming, whereas Spyro is supposed to be a collectathon boy. Or an action beat-em-up if you want to count The Legend of Spyro, which I do. I think that trilogy is actually interesting and cool, and it's not really Spyro, but, like, it's a good alternate universe. Even if the games themselves are kind of mid. You will be out here catching me defending Legend of Spyro. Oops. Skylanders as a thing is like... I don't feel like the target audience of Skylanders. Toys to Life in general has never been something that captured my imagination. And if you want to enjoy it fully, it's honestly a little prohibitively expensive to do so. Hey, there's the invisible spring. It's rare when I take a look at a video game and I will be like, you know what? This game shouldn't exist. For the most part, I am glad video games are allowed to be as diverse as they are, even if they don't appeal to me. A game really needs to drop the ball in, like, several considerable ways where I feel as if it should not exist. Like, let's go back to Sonic for a second here. Sonic Boom. I don't necessarily think that having a completely separate version of Sonic that is able to go into different genres of game, like, you know, co-op beat-em-up sort of thing, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But the way it was handled was absolutely atrocious. Sega really shot that project in the foot. And it's honestly a miracle that Big Red Button is still in business after it. They just pivoted to, like, being, like, pretty good at VR games, if I remember correctly. And, like, from what I have heard of the development of Sonic Boom, I think that it honestly had the potential of being a very good game. Not a Sonic game, by any means, but I think it had the chance to be solid. And then it was handled the way it was. Suddenly being told you're Wii U exclusive when you committed to using fucking CryEngine was definitely a major blow that the project never recovered from. Man. I bonked the ceiling. Welcome back. Oh, I didn't get a drift! That was actually one of the better runs I'd seen, despite the fact that I had no goldies. Barrel! Invisible spring! Man, 2 missed froggies. Thanks, pal. hit the wall. Wrong way drift. I don't really know much about LEGO Dimensions other than the fact that it existed at around the same time Skylanders and Disney Infinity were chasing that trend. It could be argued, by the way, that the big champion of the Toys to Life craze was actually secretly Nintendo. Because they weren't making entire games out of the concept. They were just kind of positioning Amiibo to be like an extra bonus for a lot of games that you already are buying. And in that sense, it kind of worked. There's no way that Disney and, like, the rest of them were making an entire franchise out of the Toys to Life concept. But it required that buy-in for not just the game, but also the actual figures themselves. And coming out with entire new games with that concept instead of just adding that functionality to a bunch of other existing games ended up kind of hurting them in the long run as the craze died down. Now that being said, despite the fact that Amiibo have absolutely outlasted the rest of them, I only half count it because the amount of games that were exclusive to Amiibo functionality can be counted on one hand. Nintendo experimented with it and quickly found that it was actually not a very good idea. With how wildly unpopular Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival was, and how much of a flop Mario Party 10 was, which also touted, like, heavy Amiibo use. I want to have a complete set of the Splatoon Amiibo, but also, I am not expecting Amiibo to stick around. I think the Switch 2 might be the generation where Nintendo decides to stop with Amiibo. I don't think it's worth supporting it any longer than they already have. I will give that Amiibo Festival is definitely a difficult game to evaluate. An Animal Crossing themed board game doesn't sound bad, honestly. But it sounded like it took a lot of the bad ideas from Mario Party and forgot to, like, inject any fun into it. Like, that's the thing. Like, that idea is also not necessarily a bad thing. Fortune Street is right there, and it is quite a good video game that does pretty much exactly that. It's a board game that's about stocks. I don't think that was the wrong call. I just think that they just didn't make it fun. Conceptually, by the way, Fortune Street is a very funny game. Stock market video game with Dragon Quest and Mario characters playable. It's a fever dream, and I scarcely believe it's real at times. No button controls, yeah. That was absolutely stupid. Like, if you had to scan the amiibo to play, that'd be one thing, and then you'd switch to controllers. But no, everything is done by tapping the amiibo, which just slows the pace of the game down, like, a criminal amount of time. Invisible Spring. I love the Invisible Spring. My god. Get on the wall. I thought I was gonna bonk the ceiling there. That was a weak SG anyway, who cares? That was way too high up on the wall. I don't have much longer in me. I think the fatigue is starting to set in. Nice rail grind. Coco, I appreciate your enthusiasm doing Tony Hawk tricks, but please stop. Alright, I'm probably going to be going for about 3 more minutes, and then that's going to be it. I'm definitely losing it. I was playing a bit hotter toward the start of the stream, and now I'm just not playing nearly as well. I do truly believe that Pal will have an easier time breaking the record, but I'm definitely missing that consistency with Luca. Like, I can get fired off with, like, a huge speed boost. But I'm looking at my average SLs, and they're just worse than NTSC. And I think it's largely because I'm failing Luca much more. Other aspects of the track have gotten harder, despite the fact that I also think I've been really unlucky with barrel spawns this time. Like, I think my restarts have been generally pretty cursed this session. Just dying to barrel. I sincerely wish that the barrel would just not be there on time trial, since it's on a global cycle. Or if it was consistent from restart to restart, then I'd be able to at least route around that. But it isn't. It's on a fucking global cycle, so it's just in a different spot every time, and there's nothing I can do about it. If it's in the optimal path, well, the attempt is dead. And I don't know if the attempt is dead until, like, 17 seconds into the run. And just because it's good on lap 1 doesn't mean it's going to be good for lap 2 and 3. Generally, if you get past lap 2, that means you're probably good for lap 3. That's not always the case. I had a run that died to the 6th barrel pass, 2nd barrel on lap 3. Like right there, that was going to be impossible because the barrel was exactly where I wanted to land. Where is it this time? I don't know. It was out of the way, but we got hit the invisible spring, so Rip. Alright, this is the last attempt. And that was the last attempt. Unlucky. Well, another day, perhaps. Oh well. Thanks for showing up, guys. Next time, even more of this bullshit. I will break through eventually. I know I will. It's going to happen. I really wish I had some better consistency. I'm probably going to have to offline grind Coldy a little bit more and Luca. Because both of them are being problems, and realistically, the only way I'm going to solve that is by practicing. So, that's that. Bye-bye.